There's lots of videos on the internet of little dogs becoming defensive when you reach for them or try to touch them, and people seem to think it's extremely funny. But honestly, if you took the time to do slow, calm, gentle interactions with your dog and not do it when they're sleeping and you want to do it, oftentimes people pet dogs because they want to experience the experience rather than thinking to themselves, I wonder how this dog enjoys what you're doing to them. They're not here just to be something that you get to pet all the time. And so these little Chihuahuas get used to being manhandled, they're sleeping or they're standing and suddenly they're getting whipped up into the air, or the way that they're being interacted with is just too rough and overexciting all the time. So really taking the time to see if your dog actually enjoys being pet. How do they like being pet? For Epic here, you can see she also likes the slow, gentle massage with my fingers on her shoulders like this and on her chest. And when she's laying down, I'll just stroke her back. And she really enjoys it. If you do have a dog like my dog Wish here or my terrier Tug, who didn't particularly enjoy being petted when resting, Tug didn't even enjoy resting on my lap. So imagine if you're sitting with someone watching a movie, it might be nice to be close to someone, but you don't want them touching you the whole time. And that's how some dogs can feel. Epic here, I could just pet her the entire time I'm watching a movie like this. But if I did that to my terrier Tug, at some point he'd want to leave, or he'd say, don't do that. I'd like to sit next to you. I'd like to sit on your lap, but I don't want this constant touching and touching and touching. This touching is for the person. So if the dog doesn't like this, then don't do it. You can find other ways to touch and interact with your dog, and you can also use conditioning and train them to be comfortable and trust you when you're handling them, but then you don't take it for granted and then constantly do things to your dog, because that can really undo all of the conditioning of teaching them to trust you and enjoy being petted. So yes, you can teach dogs that when they're resting, you can go over and touch them, and it doesn't mean to growl or jump up and bite you. But if you just constantly keep doing it to your dog, what's going to happen is you're going to break that trust, and you're going to get a little Chihuahua that when a hand reaches for them, they think, oh no, and they want to growl and snarl and bite the hand. Hey, Wishy.